Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Peter, and whether you clicked or tapped on this video, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Now we got some pretty exciting news today. We're going to talk about a new product from Vaxis. Now full disclosure, Vaxis did send me out this product to test and try out, but I'm not getting paid in any ways, and I'm free to say whatever my heart's desire. So let's just cut to the chase and introduce to you folks the new Atom 500 SDI. Now I have to admit, I've been a Vaxis fan for a while, and I've been using their Atom 500, which is their HDMI version. If you don't know, this is it right here. This is an HD wireless video transmitter. You stick an HDMI cable into this bad boy, and you can transmit a video signal to a receiver, which is obviously the same size, up to about 500 feet. Now for the most part, this is line of sight, meaning you can't have like dozens of walls between you and the receiver. Now in my testing, like one or two walls in close proximity should be fine, but just keep that in mind that this is a very budget-friendly entry-level wireless system. Now for the most part, being a solo shooter or one-man band, I typically go out on shoots with just one producer and the client. But I say in the past year or so, companies have been making these wireless systems compatible with your phone, so it's been very nice to just have the producer to download the app on their phone or on their iPad, and they can basically share it with the client, which by the way, the HDMI and the SDI version have that capability. Now speaking of the SDI version, let's open up this bad boy and see what we got. First of all, the packaging is very nice. Oh wow, yeah, I think I'm gonna actually keep this box. Now remember, the HDMI only version box was a little bit bigger, so they definitely made the box smaller. Now opening up the box, you will be greeted with instructions. Yes sirree, here it is, the Atom 500 SDI. Super nice. Looks like you get a USB cable, which I'll talk about later. Still super lightweight. There's a couple differences right off the bat that I can see here. No more quarter 20 hole in the middle, but that's totally fine. I never use that one. I always just use the bottom threaded holes. Now what's so nice about this transmission system is that they're so small, and the size is definitely the first thing I've noticed, and you'll notice it too when you pick this up. There's actually a couple things that made this system stand out from other brands, and that is not only the size, but the fact that the antennas is built in. So no more screwing on the antennas on the top. It's just like one less thing to worry about. So yes, the size of this is obviously awesome, and I am all about compact small gear. It's probably a little bit bigger than a credit card. Now off the bat, I do see a very small difference in size comparing to the new SDI version, but I would say that it's a little less than 2 centimeters taller. The width is the same, so that's nice. Now on the back side, it looks like they've added this arched metal that's obviously bendable for added security for your NPFs. Let's actually try it out. And yes, wow, this is actually very secure. I mean, I never had any issues with the HDMI model, but hey, it's a nice addition to the SDI version. So turning it on its side, we now have a very nice SDI in. We also still have the HDMI in, which is awesome, and it looks like they've moved the USB-C to the top. Which leads me to my second reason why I really love this system so much, and apparently my cat loves it too, and that is the fact that you can power these devices through USB-C. Now an NPF battery is totally fine, but they can get super big, and it's nice to have that option, to get a cable running from my V-mount, because most V-mount batteries have a USB out. So yeah, it's just one less battery to worry about dying on me during a shoot. Another thing I've noticed is that the 3 buttons on the HDMI version is completely flushed, and the new SDI version is a little raised. And now that I think about it, I actually really like this because you can really feel that you're pressing the buttons, as the HDMI version was a little hard to get to. All right, kitty cat, you have got to go. Now taking a closer look at the unit, I've noticed a slight color change in the top part where the antennas are located. Looks like they ditched the slightly shiny black and they went with a more of a matte black color. So let's talk about why SDI. Well, first of all SDI cables are more common in the professional arena, as HDMI was originally created for the consumer. Now there's a couple reasons to favor SDI cables over HDMI, and mainly being reliability. Now you've noticed that more higher end cinema cameras like the Canon C200, 300, the FS7, the FS5, even the new Red Komodo will have SDI, as opposed to, say, mirrorless cameras will have only HDMI. Now again, there's nothing wrong with using HDMI cables, but I would say the main reason why an SDI cable will trump an HDMI cable is that an SDI cable uses a BNC connector, which is a twisting locking connection that you don't ever have to worry about the cable popping out. Now after testing out this thing, I say the coolest thing about the Atom 500 SDI is the ability for cross conversion, meaning you can have an HDMI in and an SDI out, which is pretty cool to see in such an affordable system, as typically HDMI SDI cross conversion is seen in more expensive products. So say for some crazy reason your external monitor only has SDI, well, you don't have to worry because you can have SDI out and HDMI out as well. And of course, vice versa. Now another thing that I really like about the Atom 500 series is the fact that they have 2 inputs and 2 outputs. Other systems I've used in the past only have 1 in and 1 out. Now besides the physical features that I talked about, let's talk about the internals. Now same thing like the HDMI version, you'll be able to transmit a video and audio signal up to 500 feet. There is a very small delay when you're transmitting the video signal, but we're talking about 2 or 3 frames of latency. For most of the work that I do, which is corporate commercials or social media content, it's more than enough to pull focus. If you're shooting Hollywood feature films, your AC might not be happy if you're doing complex focus pulls, but again, 80 milliseconds here, folks, which is like 2 to 3 frames a second, and I think that's totally fine. Now another major feature that I like that both the HDMI and the SDI have is the ability to not only send it to a client external monitor, but to multiple devices at the same time. So say the client could have a big, external monitor, and a producer could have an iPad and another person could be watching it from their phone. Which brings me to a really nice feature that they've added to the SDI version, is that the fact that you can quickly connect it to your phone via QR code. Now in the regular HDMI version, you had to sort of dig through the menu system and find the SSID and the password, and you had to manually input that into the Vaxis app on your phone. And so, it can take some time, and, especially if you're on set, you have to explain that to the person who's downloading the app. But now it's just super easy. You just long press the right button for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then a QR code will pop up, and then you can just scan that with your phone. So super cool, super simple. They've also added Fahrenheit for us US users. The other one, the HDMI only had Celsius. So, if you just want to monitor the device, which has never gotten hot when I've been using it, so that's nice. The menu system of the Atom SDI also got a menu makeover, as well as the app. So by the time you're watching this video, the Vaxis app should be updated and completely compatible with the new Atom SDI. Now, because of the new product announcement, they have dropped the HDMI only version to $399 from $480. And $480 is still super cheap for what this little guy can do. Again, no visible antennas, super small, ultra low latency, and the ability to connect to a monitor and multiple iOS or Android devices, and 2 HDMI ins and out. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But hey, if you have a camera that has SDI out for $459, I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer. Especially the cross conversion feature, that's amazing. I'm actually in the market for cinema cameras, so I would definitely be using the new Atom 500 SDI. Now, if you want to be one of those cool kids and put some skins on your Atom 500 SDI or HDMI version, you can do so and purchase these on their website For more information about the Atom 500 series, please check out vaxisglobal.com and see all of their awesome wireless transmitters ranging from 500 to 3,000 feet. Now, at the end of the day, do I recommend this? I would say absolutely. This will definitely be staying in my video bag, and if you have any other questions, leave a comment below. Go ahead and follow Vaxis on social media, as they do giveaways and promotions from time to time. Once again, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.